because I realized that a lot of people, when they're designing and creating a brand, creating something, is they go first to the designing and creating it because they're so excited and so focused on the vision of the product that the numbers get, ignored, and then they go to the numbers after they create the product. So this is about starting with the numbers first and then reverse engineering it, right? So you start with the biggest number and then from there you reverse it. For example, whatever business that you're running, in particular, we're talking about clothing brand because I'm starting a clothing brand that I'm launching soon. So let's say you want to make, $1 million. Divide that into how many months we got in a year. And Mister, okay, you want to talk? Whatever product that you're selling, right? Let's say for clothing brand, again, since I'm starting a clothing brand, that's what I'm gonna talk about. And let's say you're focused on, you can make sweaters, hoodies, hats, and whatever, right? Let's say 50% of your sales come from hoodies. And if you're running if you're selling different products, you focus on one product. If you're selling multiple products in a niche where you have multiple products, just focus on one product, for example, right? Just to narrow this down. For clothing brand, let's focus on hoodies. Let's say 50%. So in a month, you should have a goal to make 40,000 a month. All right. Again, this is a numbers thing. So if you're gonna focus on one product, like I mentioned, hoodies or hats, and then your goal is to make 40,000 a month at 100% sell out rate. So you make enough to make 40,000 and you have to sell all. So again, I'm gonna repeat myself just because of the ambiance we got going on here with the Big Boss Band. Again, so you have hats or hoodies or just that one product that you're focusing on to sell, and you have to sell it at 100% rate, okay? And let's say you need about 400 units of whatever product that you're gonna sell. Since we're talking about clothing brand again, hats or hoodies, and that will be at $100 a piece. Now, the question you need to remember and ask yourself is, out of those 400 hoodies or hats you're gonna sell, I'm just gonna stick to the clothing brand just to make this easier, because you can apply the numbers to whatever that you're selling. So again, 400 hats or 400 hoodies, and then in that you got 4 colorways, and in those 4 colorways you can mix match the logo, not mix match. In those 4 colorways, that's if you want to do that, right? You can add different designs to it, basically, right? To just keep that sale consistent and to keep that number that same, so that way at the end of the year you reach your $1 million goal in your clothing brand. And again, you can dive more into it, as far as profit, but revenue wise, valuing your business to $1 million, that's one of the many steps and one of the many perspectives to approach it. And so once you figure out that number, and then you reverse it, like I was saying earlier at the beginning, you reverse that, you reverse engineer that to translating the numbers to how many, to the designs and how many you're going to make. Because I realized that a lot of people, when they're designing and creating a brand, creating something, is they go first to the designing and creating it because they're so excited and so focused on the vision of the product that the numbers get ignored, and then they go to the numbers after they create the product. But one thing that I've learned from mentors and watching other people run their own businesses is first looking at the numbers, because the numbers are universal. The numbers, that's what you're going to work with when you're working with suppliers and competitors, and just like right now I'm talking about a clothing brand, but these numbers you can apply it to whatever product that you're selling or whatever that you're trying to sell, right? Because it's a numbers thing at the end of the day. On this channel, I document my journey as an entrepreneur. I document my journey as a father. I document my journey as a 9 to 5. And it's been about a year that I've been documenting this journey. And I think you've been watching this young man behind me here grow. Pretty soon here you're gonna see him, start school. Pretty soon you're gonna see him graduate school. So basically what I'm saying is you're growing with me. You're learning with me. We're learning together. And this time here, we're gonna look back and and appreciate it a lot more, because sometimes when something's not recorded, you only remember it a little bit. You only remember the parts where you only remember parts in life where there's something big happened, right? You don't remember a lot of it. But with capturing moments like this, he's gonna be able to watch this and be like, wow, I can't believe I was that annoying in this video to Dad. And yeah, it's just cool to get to document the journey and the process. I just love doing it, and I want to encourage you, if this is something you've been thinking about, pick up that camera and do it. It's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be good. I mean, it's not gonna look good the first time, but over time it's gonna get good, and over time you're gonna perfect and center yourself in a niche. Because you can start directly in a niche, but I like lifestyle videos because it's about you, and whatever you choose to do, that's what you're documenting. People are following you for like what you're doing, your skills and your boundaries that you're pushing yourself, the limitation that you're breaking, and the generational limitations that you're breaking through, right? Because everyone has a different unique stories, and stories really what inspires other people. And that's why we watch athletes, because we inspired by their consistency and their grind, to achieving those great success that they have. And so yeah, I'm just another raindrop in the ocean, and this is my story. The take, I hope the audio is good. This one's for the YouTube channel. Just did that little 6-mile jog. I haven't done it in like 3 months, so I'm super gassed right now. My knees are hurting. I don't know if it's because of the shoes. Prefer being outside. Yeah, about to get back home, lift a little bit, and then edit some videos, follow up on some emails, and then just recuperate for the rest of the Sunday. Sundays for recuperation, and then get back to the grind on Monday.